We came to Taleigao with one name in our notebook. By the end of the day, we'd spoken to 6 farmers, each one opening the door to the next.
Welcome to Field Notes.
Where you go on the field?
And take notes.
Word travels not through broadcast, but through trust. And trust, where learning is something that doesn't come easily, especially when it comes to institutions.
We started our day with a farmer who's not just growing crops, but holding an entire community's knowledge system on his shoulders. He experiments, he shares what works, and when nothing works, he still shows up.
मी ब्रिंजॉल
Brinjal.
जाता
Okay.
एक आहे आणि हे मरे फ्राय करपाक नंबर 1
Honey. Wow.
He asked us a question that's been echoing in our minds ever since. Why should we trust them?
By them, he meant the agricultural institutions, the departments, the scientists, the people introducing new seeds, new techniques, new hope, supposedly. But no one here seems to know much about any of that. Most farmers in Taleigao hadn't even heard of the new Goadhan variety being promoted across the state. Not the name, not the benefits, nothing.
ICAR, Krishi Vigyan Kendras, government channels, they're all supposed to be here, listening, sharing, supporting. But in Taleigao, it's radio silence. The most consistent source of information, the neighbor's field. If it grows well there, maybe I'll grow it here too. If it fails, better not risk it. Risk, after all, is expensive.
What struck us wasn't just the absence of support, but how clearly the farmers could articulate it. They weren't angry, they were just tired of being left out of conversations that directly shaped their survival, of being told what to do without ever being asked what they need.
And yet the day wasn't heavy. It was somehow full of grace. There was a 73-year-old farmer who invited us into his world with a smile wide enough to cut through the Goan heat. He's growing bitter gourd next to cabbage, experimenting with combinations, curious to see what sticks. He's not waiting for top-down solutions. He's trying things out, season by season, soil patch by soil patch.
That spirit, that quiet resilience, stayed with us. What we saw on this first day wasn't a lack of innovation. It was a lack of connection. The solutions exist, the will exists, but the wires are cut. And in that gap, farming becomes guesswork. The burden falls on people who are already carrying too much.
And the question that we began our day with is also the one we leave with. How do you rebuild trust when people have learned to survive without it?